Hey guys, this is Jonathan from Fitness for Freedom. Today we are reviewing the Liebert Fitness Equalizers. All right, so here we have the equalizers. So these ones are yellow, but they all come in all sorts of other fun colors, so you can pick whatever one you want. Now, they are predominantly used as dip bars or pull-up bars, but there are all sorts of other applications that we're going to get into in a minute. All right, so just like I said a moment ago, most people would use these as dip bars or pull-up bars. So a dip is a really simple exercise to do where you just lower yourself down and lift yourself back up. Now what's good with these is that you can pick the width of them. So they're movable, so it's really easy to make it wider or more narrow so you can target your tricep or your chest a little bit more. But where this piece of equipment really shines, or where I think it's probably the best piece of equipment that you can use, is for a Vermont pull-up. So if you can not do a pull-up, which a lot of people can't, this is a good starter exercise to learn how to do it properly. So you just lay down with your hips up and you pull yourself up and then lower yourself back down, and you're doing a horizontal pull-up. Now to make it more challenging, you can just straighten your legs and then do the exact same exercise. And this really targets your back muscles. As well, it allows you to practice the movement pattern before you start doing a full pull-up. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is that calisthenic exercises are really big right now, and they're huge on YouTube, where you see people doing handstand push-ups and planches, and it's really easy to practice those types of moves on these dip bars because you have a neutral grip and you're off the floor a little bit. Then it allows you to hold yourself forward and up, and then you can practice getting into those sort of positions. I won't go up because I've got the ceiling here, but as you can see, they're pretty useful, and it makes some really challenging exercises a lot easier to do. All right, so in terms of dangers of this equipment, there really aren't too many dangers. I mean, the one thing, it's not a complaint, but it's an observation I made, is that sometimes these are a little bit unstable. So if you're doing a dip and maybe you're not quite strong enough and you're trying to push up, and then you could end up pushing out to the side, which could potentially happen, probably not, because I think they're stable enough. But one thing I do see, and I've actually seen this in some YouTube videos of people instructing other people how to do exercises properly, is that they turn the bar this way and then they do a push-up on it, which is really unsafe. So anytime that you're doing a push down like this, you could easily push the bar forward, especially when you're a beginner. Beginners have a tendency to push away from them as they're trying to come up, which means you would fall on your face and break your face. And nobody wants to break their face. So obviously it's a lot safer if you are pushing against it to always have it this way. So you're pushing into the stability instead of out of it. So that's one of the biggest things I would consider. I mean, other than that, it's a relatively safe piece of equipment to use. You just have to be smart about the way you use it. Now, in terms of availability, they are available online and in fitness equipment stores. So you usually have to order them or go into a specialty fitness equipment store to get them. With respect to price, they are pretty affordable at $100 to $120, depending on where you get them. So I would recommend them, especially if you cannot do pull-ups and you're looking for a way to practice your pull-ups. Where they really do stand out though is that they are a very high quality. So the metal is very durable. It's firm, it's not going to dent easily. It was very easy to assemble when I got it. I think I put it together in 10 minutes and everything. And the foam on it's pretty durable too. It's not a cheap foam that rips really easy. So all in all, I would say they're very high quality. They are a little bit expensive, I would say, but if you want to get better at pull-ups and you want to get better at a lot of calisthenic things, then I think it's probably really worth the purchase. All right, now for the pros and cons list. So one of the biggest pros for this is that it allows you to do exercises you wouldn't normally be able to do. So the biggest one being pull-ups. Lots of people cannot do pull-ups, but this is a good precursor piece of equipment that you can use to get better at pull-ups without getting a pull-up bar. The other thing too is that they're very durable and they have a pretty high quality. So lots of times in-home fitness equipment can be really cheaply made, especially when you get a product like this. But this one's really high quality, and I do appreciate that in a product. The other thing too is that or the cons I mean, is that it's a little bit unstable sometimes. So you want to be careful when you're doing the exercises and never do a pushing exercise with it in this direction where you could easily pull. Always easily pull it over and fall on your face. Like I mentioned earlier, with respect to price, they are a little bit on the expensive side, probably for what they are. But if you really want to get better at pull-ups and you already exercise consistently, then I would definitely recommend getting them because there are lots of other things you can do with it as well. So all in all, I give this product 4 finger stars out of 5 finger stars, mostly because there are some other products that are as good to maybe slightly better at a slightly lower price, but I would highly recommend these for sure for you to get. So this has been Jonathan from Fitness for Freedom. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the box below. Take care, and we'll talk to you next time. All right, so these are the equalizers. As you can see, they come in snazzy yellow, but you can also get them in electric blue and neon pink. So the world is your oyster when it comes to whatever color you want. All right, so now for the pros and cons. So the pros of this are that it's a very high quality piece of equipment, and it makes you,